Libra, welcome to your just-in-time intuitive tarot reading. If you're watching this, Libra, do trust there's a message here for you. If you are a regular, welcome back. Great to have you here again. Call in for another reading. And if you are a newbie, welcome. My name is BRONYA. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Looking forward to bringing you through this message. If you do enjoy it, please do like, share, comment. Most importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really does keep the readings flowing, the channel growing, and help me connect with your energy. So let's drop in and see what we have here to start us off. So I've got two oracle cards here. I have number 20, Beauty, and I have number 13, Will. All right, really different energies here. I feel very empressy when I look at this one. You know, we see the blooms, we see the harvest, we see the butterfly of transformation, but will is something different. It feels like there's determination required, resilience, persistence. It's the number 13 adds to 4 energy, the structure, the stability. So maybe you're trying to put the foundation in place to build something that will deliver beauty. Now, what is beauty? Well, it could be abundance, it could be fertility, it could be vitality. You know, you're trying to create something, birth something here. And I feel a bit of a keep going energy with what I see. Interestingly, that's number 4 is the number of the Emperor. So we almost have like an Empress vibe and an Emperor vibe here, all right? The masculine and the feminine energies. Let's keep moving. Libra, I'm going to use the Divine Initiation Oracle and the Ethereal Alchemist Tarot, and I will link these down below if you want to explore them. You'll also find the link to my website should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing, and I'll drop my socials as well, Instagram and TikTok. I am really interactive over there with different daily content. Okay, number 7, Water Initiation. This is flow. Look at these dolphins. They are gliding through the water. They are aerodynamic. They're also very emotionally intelligent creatures here. So you're being asked to, use your sense of emotional intelligence and take the path of least resistance here, but with determination. Water initiation, going into the depths maybe. Water is often associated with our emotions, so there could have been something here that's, you've been in the thick of it, in the depths, lots of emotion moving through. You've had to really meet this with will, but the promise is the beauty that can be created. Libra, what do we have from the tarot? What is this about? Where is this going? Oh, the world, the universe. And I am reading this just 3 or 4 hours after the eclipse peaked in my time zone. And that apparently wasn't it was the solar eclipse in new moon in Virgo. And apparently this was about endings and beginnings simultaneously happening. Like, we can't take the past with us. And you've got the universe, the world, the last major arcana. So it sort of feels like there is something ending while another is beginning here. This is associated with flowing into, dancing into life, into your next cycle, but it comes after judgment. And judgment is sometimes using our will to really make a discerning judgment call. Yeah, 9 of Wands. I knew there's more to this, right? The 9 of Wands, you know me, this is my 9-month or 9-year struggle card. And maybe across this eclipse, you sort of saw, well, you know what? If I keep doing things the way I'm doing it, this is likely the result. You want to get to the beauty, the unfolding, the surrender of the Empress. So maybe you've made a decision, you know what? This is the time I do something different. This is the time I close the door on this. This is the time that I move forward, because the 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, right? It's the one who has maybe used too much will and determination when they just need to flow like water, right? If you let go, what would happen? I'm feeling that Mel Robbins, like, let them, if you were the one that stopped holding it together, creating the connection, doing all the work, whatever it is for you, what would happen if you just let them? Oh, there goes the Emperor. I was feeling that with that card, wasn't I? Yeah, I mean, the Emperor is the divine masculine. It is the structure. I think the foundation is in place here. I also feel that you're being asked to, when I say step up and take control of the situation, it's from a different place, right? Because we're going to let them. It's from a place of, well, you know what, maybe the most strategic move that I can make now that I have been in the Emperor energy is to be the Empress, to let go, to surrender, to see what happens, to allow things to flow and grow. Some of you might be trying to elevate in life, the Emperor, climb the ladder, work career, start a business, and we know that we have to take a lot of determined action, but we can't force things either. You might be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Ooh, the Chariot. Cancer energy. That's a victory. But I'll tell you what, it's a victory after making generally a hard decision, or to overcome the being in two minds, the pendulum swinging. So I just get the feeling here that, yeah, we've got these kind of wild, I mean, if you think about wild horses like the dolphins, they're moving forward in reckless abandon, right? You can't hold them back, but they flow, they have this beauty and majesty about that, how they move. So there's no hard edges on this forward movement. What is it that you've been holding off on? A decision, a leap of faith? I mean, the Chariot does talk about using will and determination, right? The charioteer usually holds a magician's wand, doesn't have any reins for these horses. But it's coming from a different place. It's coming from the deep inner strength. So it's using your will in a different way. Don't give up, but let it flow. That's really the message here. Oh, Ace of Wands. So 9 of Wands plus 1 wand equals the 10 of Wands. A burden lifts, a weight comes off your shoulders, new potential, new growth. This is the energy, and it's a new beginning. So I think, like, maybe you've been like really trying to push for something that's just not meant for you in the form, right, of how you were trying to make that happen. It's a letting go of the reins and letting the wild horses take the chariot where it needs to go. Let them. And I think that there could be a little bit of a pivot in the situation because of that. And it's going to lead you, Ace of Wands, to exactly where you need to be, Libra. Interesting message. But you'll need to, 5 of Swords, overcome the inner conflict that may want to micromanage, may want to over-control. 6 of Swords. All right, we've got what we need. And the 7 of Swords. Wow. 5, 6, 7 of Swords. Yeah. I mean, the 7 of Swords can be where there is sabotage or betrayal or feeling hard done by in a situation, especially when it hasn't played out exactly how we had wanted it, right? There's an energy here of retreat and surrender. Let go, loosen the grip on the reins, and where would that chariot go? The 6 of Swords is a transition energy. We've got movement energy here, but it's in a flowing state. The 6 of Swords often talks about leaving behind a heaviness, something that caused us high emotions, but it's with a heavy heart, and I was sort of feeling that in this energy, right? But through doing that, life expands. You land on new shores. There's new opportunity. That's where you find the Ace of Wands. So I hope this makes sense. It's like there's the greater potential lies in a slightly different direction than the one that you've been almost forcefully trying to pursue. So let go, and where would your wild horses take you? I think that you've been pushing this for quite a while, maybe even 9 years with that card. Maybe not in the same situation, but a series of situations that sort of have the same energy, have the same flavor. So there is a softening, there is a surrender, but definitely not a backing down. You're just changing directions, and in this direction you land on new shores and you receive the Ace of Wands, the opportunities, the love, the clients, like the abundance, whatever it is for you that you've always desired, that are the true keys to your empire. All right, Libra, well, I'm going to leave it here, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like, share, comment, hit subscribe. You can find the link to my website should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing. And you will also find the link to Aligned, the Four Fields experience. This is where I teach my psycho-spiritual methodology, the Four Fields method. This is a methodology that has come about through the work I've been doing here across the last few years. I've completed 2,000 plus personal readings. And what I've really found is that whilst we read the pathway of potential, actually aligning to that, taking the action, overcoming our own blocks and challenges is the hard bit. So this is the bridge. This is that goes hand in hand with embracing that potential so you can live the life that your soul desires. And you know, it's part channeled and part intellectualized from that journey. And yeah, I really can't wait to share it. I really feel this is my legacy work. So you can use it for manifestation, you can use it for going through a life transition or creation of who you want to be, how you really want your life to shape up. So I'll let you explore that in your own time, Libra. I'm sending you so much love and magic. Do take care. Bye for now.